this going. Okay, and delete that. All right, perfect. Yeah, we're all set up here. Welcome everyone to another episode of Sketch-a-log. I am Soul King Xander, your host, and with me is my next guest. Would you like to introduce yourself? Give us your name, what kind of content you make, and how long you've been making content for.
Okay, hi there. My name is Yuufie. I just go by Yuufie. I am a bunny VTuber who specializes in the support role, so I'm a heal ya, but it's gonna be, a little aggressive. I've been in the VTuber scene for about 5 years. I've rebranded more than a couple of times, and I finally returned a bun. First VTuber was a bun, now I'm a bun again, and I am really, really happy with where I'm at right now.
And so how familiar are you with VTubing and the sort of wider community? Is this more of just an anonymity thing for you, or are you a hardcore, like, HoloLive and whatnot fan?
I'm not quite a hardcore fan. I have, no aspirations to be, an idol or anything. This is a way to express myself. That's what drew me in. I love anime, love being an anime girl, and, I just wanted to have fun, make friends, and I feel like I've really done that.
That's awesome. How did you come up with your current design?
Okay, so I am an artist myself, and originally I bought a bunny design adoptable, and the idea I was just going to do PNG tubing for a while, and then I saw the Senmaku model, which is my lovely face, and my adoptable became something original. So I came up with everything myself, except the idea of blue hair, pink eye bunny, and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, it's a very nice design. What is something that you like? You love seeing in a VTuber design? Like, what's something that kind of makes you, as you're scrolling along, it makes you sort of stop and go, "Ooh, what's this all about?"
Colors. I love colors. Like, my color palette is a lot more muted than my art is usually, and it's new. It's different for me. But like anything bright or anything pastel, typically I'm just like neurons activated. It's so good.
Okay. So say you just woke up back to the day you decided to become a VTuber, and everything after that had all just been one big dream. Would you want to do anything differently going from there?
I would want to be more consistent. I've been taking content creation a lot more seriously this year, but I still have a lot of room to grow in that department. And I wish I would have done this sooner. I wish I would have branched off and tried more than just art. I wish I would have learned video editing sooner and like how to talk to people sooner. It's been a long journey, and having that knowledge back then that I do now would make a big difference.
So what do you like most about streaming?
Talking to people. I'm very grateful. I have a few good friends that come in and chat with me in the chat, and just being able to talk to them and let myself go full like nerd and anime girl, it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. It gets me out of my head. The vibes feel good, and I often leave stream feeling like no matter what my numbers are, that it was really successful.
And then is there anything that you wish you could do more of?
Yeah, I really wish I could stop being a baby and play scary games because I love them, but I'm a weenie.
And what would you say is your least favorite part of streaming?
The drama. The drama.
Yeah.
The drama. Like, I know it's not just streaming, but like, the obvious clout chasing, the people who are more into it to grow, but they don't do anything to grow, so they just like self-advertise with your everything. It's just a really bitter feeling that I have because I have a lot of experience in that department.
And then, is there anything that if you could, like, pay someone to just do it for you, like, that you would just want to never have to do again?
I've never actually thought about that because I'm so used to just doing it myself. Okay, I think getting clips. I think I think if I could afford it, I would get someone to get clips for me and then I just edit them myself. It's the actual sitting through and watching myself and listening to myself. It just, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Da, 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 da. Do you think having a major social media presence is necessary to growth, or do you think that this is something that you could just kind of naturally, um, like, get into and just like stream every day and just grow numbers that way?
You know, I think a very, very few amount of people can actually just stream consistently and grow without doing anything else. I think if you want to be able to have more of a chance, you have to have a social media presence. You have to have a TikTok, you have to have a YouTube. Even if you're just posting shorts or just clips, it is way better. You're going to have more success than just streaming because you need people to find you. You need your people to find you.
Um, do you have any games on the top of your streaming bucket list? I know you mentioned wanting to play horror games. Was there anything else, anything specific that you'd want to get to eventually?
I'm really bad at picking games. Is probably one of my worst qualities when it comes to streaming. There's a new game coming out. It's a horror game. It's called OD. It looks like kind of the um, oh goodness, what is it called? Horror game where you go through a room. It wasn't ever completed. It was going to be really good, but it looks like a nod to that. It looks like it's going to be really good. I would
Oh,
like to
PT.
actually play that. Yeah, it looks like a nod to PT.
Hmm.
It looks really good. Scary, so scary. Um, yeah, and I would like to also start playing some cozy games because I'd like to like learn how to do cozy reviews and stuff. But I'm so locked in when I play cozy farming sims or anything that I'm worried that I'll forget how to talk.
Right.
So
Yeah.
things like Fields of Mystria and Potionomics, just really cute games that I enjoy, haven't beaten, and love to share. Just I don't know how to talk when I'm locked in.
Right. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Um,
Mhm.
and are there any games that are blacklisted from your channel? Anything that's like you're not gonna play it for whatever reason?
A long, long time ago, back when I was a wee lass, I played Visage and I didn't quite beat it. I got pretty far in it. I didn't beat it. It was really scary. It was great, right? But the game is so complicated. I will never play it again, period.
Mm. Yeah, totally fair.
Mhm.
Do you have an Oshi or several Oshis, and if so, who are they?
I used to watch a lot of people. Like, I do watch a few big names like K9 Kuro and Shoto. I really enjoy them, and as well as Bao. I love me some Bao, and I love me some Doki Bird. Like, they're so good. They're so good. But I mainly just watch my friends
Mm.
and people that I find on Twitch. I like to scroll the tags of like games and things I'm interested in, just like reach out and watch and yap and just involve myself and just really enjoy the experience, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And do you have anybody like anyone that you want to shout out now while you have the chance to?
I have a really good friend named Asmodeus Glitch, and they have taught themselves Live 2D from scratch. Like they have come such a long way from their initial beginnings. And I am just so excited because I keep seeing them grow and keep seeing them adapt. And it's just amazing. It's amazing to watch someone learn nothing, know nothing, and learn so much. They
Mm-hmm.
are a really good goat VTuber.
Hmm. Well, shout out to him. Do you have any dream collab partners? Anyone that you'd really want to just like get on the show, or get on your stream? I mean,
Mhm. Actually, no. Because like I'm a complicated person, like we all are, right? And I like to get to know someone a little bit before I usually hop in and bring them on live. So I've actually been able to stream with most of the people that I value like that. And unless I know someone a little bit more one-on-one, I don't really think about those kind of things.
hmm, interesting. Okay. Um, Speaking of, is there any like collab that you'd maybe want to watch, just like as a viewer, like any two or more VTubers that you'd want to see doing a collab with each other?
I feel like I am ill-equipped for this question. I feel like I could think of something, but nothing's coming to mind.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, no worries. Um, and then who would you put on the Mount Rushmore of VTubing? Like the four VTubers that you kind of look at and you're like, yeah, these are the sort of the four, perhaps most important, perhaps ones that are have done the most for VTubers like in the space.
I am so ill-equipped for this, but I'm just gonna throw some out there. But out of people that are like my Mount Rushmore, that would be Doki Bird, Canine Kuro, uh, Kiara Takahashi, I think that's her name. I am slipping right now. I'm slipping. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. And who's that fourth? Well, I don't know. So maybe you're gonna have to take the fourth slot. I'm gonna have to watch you a lot, okay?
All right, fine. Sure. Theodore Roosevelt was the one who commissioned the monument, so I guess that's fair. You know. So for someone who might be out there and feeling a bit discouraged, getting like maybe 2-3 viewers in stream at a time, what do you think they could do to either grow past that or to just be like fine and like accept it?
So, there are so many routes you could take with that. What helped me the most was becoming a digital sponge. You need to see what other people are doing. There's obviously stuff that you're doing that's not working out for you, and that doesn't mean you're failing. That means that you just need to try something else. Go ahead, see what the people you admire do, take notes, make a little Google document, and just like try those things, be it creating clips and uploading them. You can create clips straight from Twitch. I'm not sure if you can do it with YouTube, but there are like, don't get discouraged. It's okay to feel really like a little bad, but you got to keep trying. You got to keep trying if you want to make your dreams come true, and you can't give up. So keep your head up and push forward and learn. Become that digital sponge. See what you're not seeing and use that third eye.
It's great advice. Great advice. So beyond the more obvious issues, like kind of dramatic behind-the-scenes behavior, kind of like more agency, mumbo jumbo and whatnot. What do you think that beyond that? What do you think the VTuber community needs improvement on?
Communication. I feel like a lot of stuff could be solved if we all just learned how to communicate better with each other and with our viewers. We need to just be like, I don't know, good people. I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide. Just communication and easier access to tools. There's a lot of people that still gatekeep things, but aside from some guides, which a lot of people may not even see, if we all just like were open about how we do things, it would be a better experience for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. What is your experience with conventions? Do you have any?
I haven't been to a convention in so long. But last time I went, I remember it was stinky. It was very stinky. I was like, dang, is that me? And it wasn't. It wasn't me. I put on lots of deodorant every day. And I want to go back to one for sure. But yeah, I haven't been to one in a while. Please wear deodorant, guys.
Yeah, for real. I always feel like I shower like more whenever I'm like going to a convention, because I'm just like I'm like walking around all day. I'm sweaty. I can't be that guy every single time,
Yeah, but you're aware of it. You're aware of it, and you're taking care. You're taking that shower. It's normal to get sweaty when you're so busy and you're walking forever. But you're taking care of it. So don't worry. It probably isn't you.
Oh yeah, no. I see the kind of people who go to conventions and stink.
You could see it. You could smell them through the screen.
Yeah, exactly. So with events like meet and greets becoming more and more possible for VTubers to do, I think back to Iron Mouse and her portable little robot that she has. My manager, Cynical, he's actually going to, I think, TwitchCon with a robot. But with that becoming more and more possible for VTubers, if you were ever given the platform to do a meet and greet, how would you want to interact with your followers?
I I'm big on trying to make things as interactive as possible. So I'd want to come up with ways to be able to do that. No ideas right now, but communicating, like talking, yapping, just as much time as I could give to them as I was able to, I would want to do that for sure. I want to get to see the people and know the people that want to see me, you know?
Um, where would you like to be in a year or even like 5 years' time?
Self-sufficient. Self-sufficient and content-wise, I'm still really, really small. So like 1,000 followers on Twitch would be awesome. Concurrent viewers that, are interactive. I don't really care about the big numbers. I just care about people just hanging out. So if I just have some people, even if it's just 2 or 3, yapping with me while I play a game and stuff, I'll be very, very happy.
Do you have any outlandish or perhaps even selfish goals for your streaming career? Anything that's kind of like, you don't really want to talk about wanting this, but like in the back of your mind, you're always kind of thinking it, Any like dream sponsorship, any kind of merch that you'd really want to make in the future, anything like that?
So don't let this face fool you. I'm a downright degenerate. I would want to do some Patreon spicy things. I'd really like to go off on that. Just a lot of work, And sponsorship wise, I would really like for maybe a 420 gummy sponsorship because I have a lot of anxiety and sometimes I need to calm down and sometimes I need to take a really good nap. So a little gummy goes a long way.
That was actually a really good ad read for that. For anyone who's out there looking for scouting for spokeswomen, you have one right here.
Thank you.
Do you have what would you say is your hottest VTuber take?
Can you give me an example?
So for instance, mine would be that a lot of VTuber designs kind of rely on like very, very similar like things. For instance, like hair vents, or I'm guilty of this. The little swoopy like bang that's kind of like I don't know if you can kind of. It's like the one that's over my like base bang. Is that one?
Yeah.
I won't necessarily say that like artists who make VTuber like models and stuff like that they like rely on these, but it definitely is like
Yeah, they're like the foundation because they're so popular. Of course people want to see them. This is what we grew up with for most of us. At least me, I'm old as heck. But I would say my hottest VTuber take is gosh, there's so many. So my big one is minors. Minors, despite if you are 18 plus or not, there are going to be potentials for minors to be hopping in your chat. You need to treat them with as much respect as you would anyone else, and you need to try to keep them safe. Like as adults, for most of us who are adults, I'm assuming you're an adult.
Oh, yeah.
We have to protect people, even like if it's not our job, right? But if you want to be a decent human being, you're gonna make sure like they're okay while they're there. Get them out if you can, but you really got to be mindful of that stuff. And I feel like a lot of people have the hot or cold mentality. They're like, minors are fine, content is content, I can't control them, that's their parents' job. And then there's the minor at like the controversy not too long ago about that person telling the minor to do what.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It's just like there's that really big spectrum, and like we need to be accountable as adults. Like be a good person. Damn.
Yeah. All right. We are getting into the content lightning round. In this segment, I'll give you a popular kind of VTuber content, and I want your gut feeling about them, either from the perspective of making that kind of content, or if you don't make that kind of content, then the perspective of being a viewer and watching that content.
Okay. Let's go.
First things first, reactions, like pulling up like videos on YouTube and just like watching along to whatever.
Love them. Love them. Would love to make them, but I don't know how. I love watching them. It's really fun. It's really fun to watch.
Uh, covers / original music.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. Would never do one. I know who I am. That is not me, but love it.
The various marathons, your subathons, donathons, fallathons, that kind of thing.
I think when they're done right, they're awesome, but most people don't do them quite the way I would do it. And I don't know if I would ever do it just because I set a high bar for myself. If I'm asking for that much amount of money, I would really want to like go all out, and that's a big job. So half and half.
Right. Okay. Next up is the gaming half, which is like kinds of like video games and whatnot. So competitive stuff, anything with like a ranked mode, like your Marvel Rivals, League of Legends, those kinds of things.
I love it. Give me more of it. I want to eat it every day. It is my favorite meal. Nom 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 nom.
Speedrunning.
Please, no. Please, God. Please, no. Please don't make me. I will cry, please.
Challenge runs, stuff like Nuzlocke, like playing a game with only one kind of specific item, anything like that.
I enjoy them. I've done a randomizer, which I put it adjacent to Nuzlocke. Really fun. Would like to actually try it, Would like to try it myself.
I have it listed as a friend slap, but my good guest Joe Cat suggested we go back to calling them just party games, stuff like Repo, Among Us, Peak, those kinds of things.
Half and half. They can be really fun, but they're really outdone. Like you can't just play it and be like, ha ha ha, so fun. You got to put effort into it, if you want to make it good.
Right, okay. And then full plays, just like going through the entirety of a game, not all at once, but like over the course of however long you decide to stream it for.
Wish I could do that. Find it very difficult to do that because my ADHD brain makes me go brr, but love to watch it.
Okay. And that's the lightning round.
Thank you. That was fun.
Yeah. Next up is the lore questions.
Okay.
So first things first, do you prefer VTuber lore to be more simple or more detailed?
I love both because as someone who grew up role-playing viciously as Naruto characters, I love reading, I love lore, I love it, but I've seen just as much, I've gotten just as much happiness from simple lore that is expressed in different ways,
How do you feel about VTubers being in character, kind of tying their streaming personalities to their lore?
I think it's fun. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you don't always have to just I'm 100% myself all the time. This is just who I am. You can just play a character. You can just be whatever you want to be. It's an experience you get to choose.
What do you believe are important aspects to making lore for oneself?
That is a very good question. I think you don't have to have the most creative and amazing idea. I think the way you do it, the way you tell it and make it your own is what's gonna really make it shine. So you need to pick something that is either something you're passionate about or hits kind of close to home. Something that you're gonna remember for sure. Just make it you and full send it,
Do you think you could give us your elevator pitch for your lore, just kind of the bare essentials?
I am a Battle Bunny VTuber. I was just a regular bunny who traveled with adventurers, and then something bad happened, and then I became a person. And, I could go into depth with that, but I won't. But now I am a support. I help people with a big hammer. I bonk them and I heal them. So, yeah.
Nice. What sort of inspired your lore?
ADHD.
Okay,
I
fair
just came
enough.
up with it on like I came up with it a while ago and I just stuck to it.
Hmm. Um, so that kind of so how flexible are you with the canon of your lore? Have you like you figure it out and then that's it? Are you kind of like willing to accept like headcanons or like anything like that people might suggest to you about your particular lore?
I would totally accept headcanons if I felt like it really fit me. I am okay with expanding or adjusting things, and just as long as I'm having fun with it. That's all that matters to me.
All right. And you said you are an artist as well, yes?
Yes, I am.
Excellent, excellent. So we can get into some of the artist questions here.
Okay.
Who or what is the biggest inspiration for your art?
That is so complicated because I admire so many artists, and most of the time I don't even know their names. I just recognize their art style. I am an art slut. I love looking at art. I love learning from art. So it's primary VTuber artists and people who make art like just in our communities that I follow and just really enjoy.
Have you ever gotten like those kinds of like, oh, your art reminds me of this? And if so, what do people kind of compare your art to the most?
I actually haven't had that happen yet. I'm surprised because I've been doing it for a while. But I have had people ask me to replicate other styles, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm not strong enough.
Yeah, I've gotten some of those too. I was told through a little birdie, and by a little birdie I mean a future guest that's going to be on here. Oh gosh, who was it? I'm trying to find their name.
Was it Lucy?
Yes, that you're working on something for her. What can you sort of run me through? I guess maybe not the process, but like kind of what's it like working with somebody else for like VTuber art?
So they are particularly getting a gift tuber, so it's going to work with Fujitech. It's going to have a few animation toggles and all the likes. And it's really fun to work with people, especially people that you've known for a while, which is the case with me and Lucy. So they're basically just letting me be creative and just like go ham wild with it. It's just a lot of fun. I'm doing it in Clip Studio Paint with the animation, and it's my first time doing something at least to this size with animation. So it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And I guess if you do you like accept commissions for like art, or is this just like a thing of working for a friend for this?
I do accept commissions. I try to only take about 6 at most, depending on the complexity. It's like that's my cap, no matter what. But if it's a little bit more complicated orders, I'll cut it off sooner. But yeah, I take commissions. I've taken commissions for a long time, and it's so much fun getting to draw so many cool characters.
And then, what's something that you like seeing in commission requests, and like what's kind of like what's best practices for commissioning you? Would you say?
So in my commission form, I give the people an option to tell me about their character, and it makes me really happy when they just give me even just a little bit of who they are, their lore, their personality, anything, because that gives me more tools to create something for them that is unique to them. I love individuality.
Um, do you ever like? Is there kind of a trend of like getting certain kind of information from people that you don't really need to see? And if so, what is like the kind of like you don't have to give me this when you're commissioning me. It's fine. Anything like that?
I actually haven't experienced that yet. I haven't. Like usually they like anything they give me, I'm like, thank you. Let me take this and take a little look-see. I like over information compared to lack thereof.
Sure. What would you say is your hottest like art take?
We all start somewhere. Early on in my career, I actually traced, and I didn't really see anything wrong with it. I traced and I lied about it. It was a very, very long time ago, and it wasn't until I was called out that I took the next step and started to like use 20 different references in one picture and just like trying to eyeball it and just like really it was the motivation I needed personally. But we all start somewhere, and that kind of grace should be given to people. It shouldn't be like, oh, you're a tracer, well, here's a hate raid, you know? It's like, you're a tracer, well, this is why you should stop, and we want to see you do better, you know?
Right.
I keep saying, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I do the same thing when with like stuff like this. So you said you're doing you said you do some like animation stuff. Granted, not to like a big level, but you do have some experience with it, yeah?
Yeah, I am completely self-taught. I am learning step by step different kinds of animation, starting really small. Like I've made an icon, and I've made the little bouncy boys for Fujitech, and yeah, I'm learning. I'm really learning.
So, having some experience with animating myself, I know it takes a lot of work to make something even make something that looks bad. So, how would you recommend someone get into animating?
I feel like I am a little blessed because I got to take a single computer class when I was in high school, and it had some very basic fundamentals of animation using Adobe, which I don't use anymore, but still I came in with that knowledge. I think if you want to get into animating, be prepared. Be prepared, use all your resources, use Google, use YouTube. If you have any questions, if you don't even know where to start, just Google. Just YouTube and teach yourself in a very whatever way works for you. Trial and error, you just have to learn and ask those questions, and you will be able to do it.
All right, and those are all of my my written out questions. So any regulars of the show will know that when we get to this point, I will hand the proverbial interviewer mic over to my guest and allow you to ask me some questions now.
Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are going to be a little random. They're not going to be as categorized as yours were. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Tell me, what inspired you with everything you do with your content?
So, I think the main thing was definitely Hot Ones. I think it is an excellent review show, and I think I guess its success is pretty apparent and pretty clear. But I also think that just the way that you can kind of see the guests they have on kind of unravel and kind of see a different side of them and whatever. I think that's very interesting. I also think that it was a decision made out of necessity partly as well, because I wanted to do art streams. I really did. But anytime I tried just streaming while I was drawing, it was the term I've been affectionately using is word vomit.
Ooh.
I cannot for the life of me be anything more than just a babbling moron whenever I try talking while I'm drawing. So
Can I get an example of your word vomit? I'm very curious.
So let me think. I for instance, I have a Shantae song playing right now and kind of in the background. I would go on to say something about, oh yeah, I played Shantae, the half genie, half hero game, and that was and then I would talk about me playing it for 20 minutes and not really say anything about it. I would kind of just it would just be it would be nonsense. It would be just NPC dialogue.
No, not the NPC energy. I totally get that. I feel that so hard.
It,
That's why I usually stray away from art streams because I do the same thing. I'm just like yada 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 yappa yappa yappa.
yes.
Anyways,
And what kind of inspired me to do this was there is an iDubbbz video where he and H3H3 go to Taco Bell, and there is a point where H3H3 says like he's like commenting about how he's barely eaten and like iDubbbz is almost finished, and he's like, yeah, the reason I wanted to do this is so that I can have people on to talk for me while I just like eat. And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
so are you eating right now?
No, I'm drawing, but it's it's the same principle. I think.
Yeah, fair. I was about to be like, why aren't you sharing? I'd like to eat something.
I haven't had dinner yet. I had to come straight from work. I wish I was eating right now.
Xander, that's no bad.
Tell it to my job, okay? And the traffic on the bridge to get home.
Fair. I won't get too personal about who you are because anonymity is nice. But I do want to know: do you like your job?
It's fine.
It's
for
a job.
What I am able to get.
Fair.
It is an office job that's like not too like exerting on myself.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's like hammering nails into my skull, just day in day out. But like, I don't have to stand on the side of a road with like a slow and stop sign. So yeah.
I feel that. So a while ago, right before my VTuber journey, and probably why I even started being online, I was a corrections officer. And one night, I was working the guard tower, and at the end of my shift, I fell off of it and hurt myself really bad.
Oh my god.
So I have severe sciatica pain. Like my back is totally screwed. So I completely get it. I'm just like, yeah, if I'm gonna work, I'm not gonna stand. I'm not gonna be outside. It is not fun. So like pain is real, but the mind numbing like drilling in your head from doing a monotonous job, totally valid. It's rough out here.
Yeah.
Did you make your own model?
No, I didn't.
I'm so mystified by your horns.
Yeah, the horns were my idea, but yeah, no, this is by the lovely Ariomi. Check her out in the description of this. But yeah, this is I'm much like your friend. I'm going to be learning how to use Live 2D soon. But it is currently like hieroglyphics to me. I do not understand that at all.
Yeah, I've made models in the past, but I haven't made any since I've like leveled up as an artist. I'm scared to because like I have those standards for myself now, and it looks daunting. But if you break it down into fundamentals, I have full faith in you.
I appreciate that.
What inspired you to become a VTuber?
I think it was mostly that it was something that I could I could make content with while I was also doing kind of I was kind of doing like a PNG tuber thing a while ago. Shit, I don't have the file right now, but I have a really old video from like I want to say like 2018 maybe, where I used like a dinky little like I don't know how else to say it. It was like a PNG of like a version of myself, and I did I think it was it was for one of the My Hero Academia movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, it took a long time. It didn't really go anywhere. And then I think it was Corone was
Yeah.
like doing a stream, and I was like, you can just like do this, like you can have like a face tracking thing that's like a whole thing. So
I
yeah,
can move.
so it was kind of a way of like doing the content I wanted to make, where I didn't want to use like face cam, but also I could still like make stuff, you know.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I completely vibe with that. Absolutely. If that's the case with VTubing, what got you into art?
It was, it was like the one thing I was like still good at after my gifted kid burnout phase. Um, like middle school hit, and I was like, I can't do anything anymore. I was like good at reading in elementary school. Why am I in advanced classes? Um, and so like art was still like the one thing I could like cling on to and kind of do well. So I just kept with that.
I feel that so hard. Only I had the opposite experience. I was good at English and like writing and reading, but I was in special classes for everything else. I didn't have a gifted kid phase, but I was a weird kid, and I started drawing like Inuyasha OCs from a very young age. Did you go through an OC phase, like where you
Yes,
were like a self-insert?
I'm still there, girl. Don't you worry.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Who are you? Who are you from? Like, where are you?
I mean, like technically, my model is a self-insert because, as you can see, I've always drawn myself like that, like this.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
But I didn't mean to do that.
You're okay.
But yeah, you know, I mean, like it's. I always think about like kind of what ifs and like how things could be like different in a specific thing. Like for instance, there is I don't know how familiar you are with One Piece.
I am.
How because this is gonna spoil something if you're not like caught up with it.
Go ahead and spoil it for me. I had the memory of a potato.
During Marineford, spoiler alert to everyone out there, they don't save Ace in the manga, but there is a like a what if thing made by a fan where their like third brother like comes in and saves Ace, and it's like that kind of stuff I really like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like a lot of that.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Thinking
Fair,
out
fair.
like the consequences of like changing things is what I'm into.
You asked me a question earlier where it was like, what do you think of playing a character versus being yourself? What do you think of people who make themselves, like you did, inspired like their VTube off of themselves versus like physically versus being like me, I guess. What do you think about the discourse there where some people are like, oh, it doesn't matter if you look like that in real life, we don't like that now, like it's like I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, I respect the hell out of people who can like play up like a character who can like go into sort of a different like a different kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like for
And
instance,
I feel the same way about people who can do like they can put themselves out there even if they're not using like a face cam, right? They're still like being like, this is who I am, this is based off of me 100%. I'm just like, oh, that takes balls. I don't have balls. I just have boobs. I do not have balls.
Yeah, but I like for instance I guess yeah my Oshi is Fuamoko. I guess that they are Fuamoko,
Yeah.
but like I respect the hell out of them because like they are like always on. They're always like in that sort of headspace of like
Mhm.
you know saying like bow bow every time they like end a sentence. Like they're always in that character, and I'm like oh my god. I
And they
thought
have
of,
such a good synchronicity.
yes, exactly. And I thought about rebranding before kind of starting with like the interview stuff, and it was gonna like the idea was like to play this kind of like a character with like an accent, and I thought about it. And I'm like, that's a really stupid fucking idea. I'm not gonna do that.
It would be so much work and voice strain, but it could be fun.
It could have been. If I ever like get around to doing like a D&D stream or whatever, I will definitely bust out that character as like the one who I was going to rebrand to. But yeah, man, like just even like thinking about it was exhausting to do.
Oh, you play D&D? What is your class of choice?
The one I play the most is Fighter, just because, like, yeah, I can't pretend to be, like, smarter than I actually am.
That's fair. That's fair.
The character I was thinking about, he is a wizard, so...
Ah.
Yeah.
What class do you think I would play?
That is really tricky.
Uh-huh.
A part of me wants to say, like, sorcerer, but also another part wants to say, like, maybe, like, I guess you said you were a support, so maybe, like, cleric or paladin?
Paladin. I love playing paladin. You got me there. That's so good.
I mean, you lined it up for me. It was pretty, like...
That's probably a big thing about me is most of the time what you see is what you get. I'm not good at, like, pretending, you know? I'm not good at... Like, I amplify my personality on stream, for sure, but I am who I am, and I'm not very good at being anything else than that. I spent a long time like not feeling like I knew who I was, struggling with identity issues, and that can be seen in how many times I've rebranded. But I feel very comfortable with who I am now, and I don't want to be anyone else. I can come up with some more questions if you're down to be interrogated.
Sure, I don't mind.
Okay, bet. Let's see. Are you a hardcore VTuber fan, or are you a casual VTuber fan?
I think at this... I think I'm kind of in, like, the middle, leaning more towards hardcore, I guess. I've kind of accidentally made my way into becoming a HoloLive fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was... So, I don't know if you remember, it was like about a year or so ago when Round 1 was doing a collaboration with them.
Yeah.
Where they had a bunch of, like, figures and they had a bunch of, like, keychains and stuff like that. And that was also during my, I guess, mini, like, crane game obsession arc that I had.
Yeah.
Where I was just, like, really cracked at, like, crane games at the time. And so I just, like, because I was already doing that, I, like, got all of them. Because we went in, like, during the week that they had all of the HoloLive stuff there. And I was like, oh yeah, these guys are a thing. I mean, I have all the stupid plushies, I might as well see what's up. And then, yeah, that...
It's good stuff.
They fucking
That is
got
good
me.
stuff. I bet they did. They're coming for your wallet. Oh no, I've got a yawn. Someone stop me. I think I got like 2 hours of sleep last night.
Oof, that's rough.
I got sleep issues, and it's okay. I feel good. I just yawn a lot. How has your VTuber journey been so far? Like, how long have you been, online doing the things?
So, officially, I've had this like VTuber persona since. Hold on, let me actually see. When I made my first little PNG tuber, February 20th, 2023.
Hi.
I it was on and off for a bit, and then I think I kind of stopped for all of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And then right at the very end, I think around like winter time, I just decided to like start doing it again. I think
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it might have been because uh, V Shoujo was doing open auditions, and I was like,
Yeah.
this might be something worth like looking into again. And
Yeah.
because I didn't want to look like a bum who was just like doing this because they were auditioning, I like started streaming again after that. And then I saw this other group was doing auditions, and I entered that, and I got in, and then they kind of fell apart pretty quickly after that.
Yeah.
And then I was already like doing this, and I was like, all right. I mean, I'm here. I like stayed in touch with a lot of the members of that group, and we had them on the show, and then I was like, this is like not terrible. This is like a show that I could just like do.
Yeah, it's awesome. Not awesome that they fell apart, but that does lead me to my next question. What do you think about the types, or the reputation of small indie VTuber groups that are sometimes corporate leaning, sometimes not corporate leaning, that seem to pop up all over the place? Like, what do you think about those as a whole?
I think
Are they good? Are they bad?
I think for certain the talent in all of these groups are almost always like very just like good people.
Mhm.
In my experience, I have worked with a lot of members of the agency Denny Pact, all
Mhm.
very very sweet and lovely people. I love all of them so much. Um, and like even like all of the members of like V Shoujo and stuff, all
Mhm.
seemingly very like a good group of people. I think that it is. I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. I think there needs to be not a bunch of suits in charge of
Mhm.
like what happens with a VTuber like agency. Like I
Mhm.
understand they're the ones with the money, and I understand all of that, but I think that you just need to have somebody who like just like gives a shit about what's happening in
Mhm.
order for like an agency to be successful.
Yeah,
And I guess it's hard to
that makes
tell
sense.
just like looking from the outside for most of them.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you can see like a agency is doing auditions, and you look into it and you can't really see, like, they're not as transparent about things. You don't even learn until you maybe get into through the auditions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think
Well,
it's a case of people need to be, I guess, just careful what they're signing up for. Which I mean,
what about do you think casual VTubers should apply to these things, or do you think those who are looking to make this a career and should be the only ones who apply to different type of VTuber groups?
I think that I definitely think that depends because on the one hand, I can understand why people would be put off about like casual like VTubers
Mhm.
like getting into it because it's like you're gonna like even from like not a standpoint of like oh they're just taking my spot if they get in, but like also a thing
Mhm.
of like it feels like it's a lot of work to like work for like an agency or like be like a full-time like thing. So like if you're not like ready for it, it's gonna be like really really bad if you like actually get it in.
Mhm.
But
How many VTuber auditions for groups have you done?
I've done I think uh three. I sent one in for V Shoujo, which I knew I wasn't gonna get in. I it was very much like just kind of a shit post at that point,
Yeah.
where I was like, if there's a chance that like whatever suits are in
Hmm.
charge at V Show Joe could see my dumb little joke about how I want an android really bad, then sure. Let him see it. But yeah, I knew I wasn't getting it on that, and that was fine with me. I think I applied to socks as well.
Yeah.
Um,
I really like socks. They look like so much fun.
yeah, true.
I love it. Oh my
And
goodness.
I think I also auditioned at. I think I also auditioned for Demi Pact as well, but I don't remember now. And then the group I ended up getting into, which
Yeah, yeah.
that was the late, maybe not as great Astral Conclave, which was like a
Hmm.
very very like small but whatever group.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, I
Have you
think.
gotten to the point where you can go back and look at your old auditions and be like, damn, what was I thinking?
Oh, I was doing that the moment I put those audition tapes out. I was like, why did I do this?
Dude,
Yeah.
I applied to some groups very early on. I think I have a Hololive and a Niji Sanji applications I've done before. And I went back because I still have them privated on YouTube. Back and I watched them and I was like, someone help me.
Yeah.
Someone stop her.
Yeah. I think though, I don't think I would ever, even if I saw if like Hollow Stars was like doing auditions and stuff, I don't think I would want to apply to them because that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
it
lot
is.
of
It
like.
is. Young, naive Yuufie was just like, could be a career. Let's put our hat in the ring. And I didn't know any better. I didn't know that, like, I didn't know it was so much work, you know?
Yeah, this is like a whole like thing. Like you're gonna be on like billboards in Japan, in like the streets of like Shibuya and stuff like that. That's not I. Mm-mm.
You think that is a clear misconception for a lot of newer creators where they get upset where some people look very new and they pop off, and then other people get very upset because they're not popping off. Do you think there's a misconception on how much work goes into being a VTuber versus how it looks like it's so easy?
Oh, absolutely. I think uh like looking at like Hollow Life Justice and kind of seeing like because they started after even after like I had done my like little like PNG tuber era and stuff like that. They are so much more professional than I probably ever will be.
Mm-hmm.
Even like like Gigi doing like videos with like the like the stupid like fruit heads as like a karaoke stream. It's still like you can
Yeah.
still tell they're very like professional in the way they like hold themselves and like do everything because like you don't really hear anything like coming out of them that's like controversial. At least I
Yeah.
haven't. Like they're on it.
Yeah.
I,
Very
I
professional.
I feel like if I was getting like several thousand concurrent viewers in stream at a time, I would crack so quickly. And I think like it is a lot of hard work that goes into like being at that level of things.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a level of like professionalism that probably isn't thought about, especially whenever you see the um the bad side of content creation where you get those clips and those moments where like how did this person get popular,
Yeah,
right? You
exactly.
know, it's that level of professionalism that you have to keep in the back of your mind and sometimes the forefront whenever you're live because you know everything's being recorded. Every move is being looked at, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than it looks like.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm. Are you having fun with your drawing? It looks really good so far.
Thank you. I'm yeah. I've been trying to do this sort of smaller scale stuff because I still have a backlog of drawings for these that I haven't finished yet because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a big fun piece for him, and it's like, don't do that.
No, like, okay, it looks really good. Don't get me wrong. It looks amazing. But if you're having that kind of trouble finding a style that you can do consistently that doesn't take all of your spoons, like as a unit of measurement, um, it can go a long way, especially if you're doing these as frequent. Like, you could just make an icon, like a profile pic. It could be like a your character here if you really wanted it to. Be like, I'm gonna make this to you, okay? And you just don't overburden yourself. I don't want you to like feel stressed out, okay?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like,
Okay.
I hold up. Where? Yeah, I always use the 3D models that Clip Studio has for these.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Thank you.
It does make it easier too, but like your lines, I don't know, they're really clean. I worry about you, man. They're really clean. So I hope you're not stressing out about it.
No, no, this is fine.
Do you have a sense of perfectionism with your art?
Yeah, definitely. I am so fucking jealous of my very very good art buddy Joey, because
Hmm.
she can fucking crank out sketches like that. It is insane. She did like a whole like YCH comp for me in like 3 hours, and it was like fully rendered
Yeah.
and everything. I
Holy shit.
I hate her so much because like I cannot do that.
What do you think is holding you back as an artist?
I think definitely that I just don't. I have this like inability to like learn something until I like shove it down my throat like a bunch of
Yeah.
times. Um,
If that's the case, what is like you just like doing something on repeat, you reading it, you listening to it. What is the best way you learn personally on
I
anything?
I think it's definitely repetition.
Yeah.
Because for instance, like I learned about like I was kind of told like, hey, your like line weights are like not great because you kind of do like the same line weight for all your drawings. So I've been trying to get better with that, but yeah, it's
You know,
it
that can be a really hard thing to learn. It's something I still struggle with. Like, you're using Clip Studio Paint. It has a lot of really good tools that can help you change your line weight, especially if you change your line layer to a vector layer. I believe there's a way you can just change that. And then you could go in and doodle little like where this is a tension line, we're gonna make this a little thicker. You don't have to do it all in one swoop. That's hard as hell. But I think you're like I'm a big fan of equal weight lines or line weights. I think your art looks really good. I can definitely see where you're going with the line weight here,
thank you, I appreciate that.
and that's exactly where I where I do it too. I'm just like we can erase here, we can add here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I have a question for you. I've been kind of trying to
Yeah.
work out the right wording for this, so bear with me.
Mhm.
So have you kind of noticed any perhaps like negative perhaps isn't the right word for it, but like bad actors kind of coming into your streams and kind of giving you guff because you're a female identifying and presenting streamer?
Not yet, but I'm not worried about it.
Hmm.
So like I don't know. I just don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. Like I know who I am. I ain't fucked about it. I have gone through so much in my life, especially with my identity and who I am. And just because I was born with tits and you know the other thing, doesn't mean like I like guaranteed any privileges or any like anything like that. Like it's just whatever. There is a big discourse, and I acknowledge it that um tends to be the male audience looks for the female audience in more succession than the opposite.
Mm.
So that is probably going to get me more eyes because of that audience. But I ain't fucked up about it. I ain't fucked up about it because I know I've seen it where people of other identities and other sexes have gotten more success or the same amount of success as me from the sex that is interested in them. You know, it's there's plenty of fruit on the tree. It's no big deal.
I am very thankful that the two women that I've asked that question to have had only positive experiences with that. But yes.
Yes, I am aware that it is a really big problem. There is a lot of controversy around it, especially on the VTuber side, because you're going to get the, oh, well, are you a real girl? Oh, you're only popular because you have a girl model. Oh, yada, 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 titties. Like, it's just that. It's just that. Like, people are going to find a reason to hate you. They're going to find a reason to make themselves look big and you feel small. It's up to you to defend your peace, you know?
Mm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always I always feel bad and like a ungrateful host whenever I bring this up. But now that the kind of the structured questions are over, and then if you don't have any more questions to ask me, you are more than welcome to go at any time. I don't want to keep you here as I believe your time to be valuable.
You.
So
I did have a really good time. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, and I appreciate you letting me yap. I know I got a mouth on me, so thank you. And
of
I will be
course.
hanging out in your chat so I can see your art, but if you can't finish it, that's okay. Don't pressure yourself.
Mm. Well, thank you for coming on, and
Yeah.
if if you have anything to plug, any like a VGen, any where can the people find you, anything like that, go right ahead. That the floor is yours.
Okay. My name is Yuufie, and that is my handle on literally everything. So YUUFIEYUU. I am on VGen, Twitter, and Blue Sky, and YouTube, and other places. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for having me, Xander. I had a really good time. You were awesome.
Thank you for coming on, and yeah, this has been Sketchalog.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh jeez, damn it, I got rid of the. Oh, I got rid of my VTuber. All right. Well, an hour 23. I guess I can still keep going. That's fine. Where is he? Where's Rachel? Okay, but that was all very well and good. I think if this doesn't... Okay, good, it does come back on. Yes, this is Share the World by... oh man, I don't remember what the creator's name is, but if you look up Share the World 8-Bit Remix, the guy who does all the... a bunch of the One Piece openings did this. Has my fucking... God damn it. I got this stupid hand thing by my very lovely manager. She bought this for me, and the hand wasn't going the whole time. God damn it. And I don't have any water, Asmodeus, so I can't hydrate either. Fuck. It's all falling apart. Alright, I'm falling apart here. And the pizza place I was gonna call for dinner is gonna close soon. So I'm going to send you off to somebody else here. Is anybody who's on? Shit. I want to send you to Kitsu. All right, we're gonna raid Kitsu, so that's what's gonna fucking happen. All right, get ready. We're gonna toss you guys over there because yeah. So be sure to say hi to Kitsu. All right, let's go.